I'm Tarbuck Transom.
I'm not a vampire.
And this is Taste Test. And we have Asiago Cheese that, ever since we started filming, we have been letting come up to about room temperature. And it's gotten significantly more aromatic since we started. Smells pretty nice.
Smells like Asiago cheese. Or like,
how would you know? This is your first experience with Asiago cheese.
I've had Asiago bagels, and that's what it smells like. Asiago cheese bagels.
Okay. Now, there's lots and lots of cheese snobs out there, just like there's lots and lots of wine snobs out there. And we're going to be breaking a lot of taboos here because we don't know what they are.
And to be honest, I at least couldn't care less because cheese is cheese, and I like cheese.
I know enough about it to know that there's different ways that you treat it depending on factors that I no longer remember.
I think you're way more of a cheese snob than I am because you're the one who...
Yeah, I've had a lot more kinds of cheese than you have.
You've insisted on, oh, we have to try with bread, oh, we can't really do, we have to do this, we have to do that.
And there's plenty of cheeses that I look at and I'm like, oh, this is just the worst. I bite my thumb at thee.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, but I childhood memories.
Yeah, and some of them I pick up and say, we should try it for the show.
Yeah.
Coming up soon.
Coming up soon? What do you mean coming up? Oh, right, that
cheese, yeah.
You're
gonna be excited.
I didn't hate the idea.
Well, you put it down.
It's another one of those bizarre goat cheeses. You'll never guess what kind.
Guess in the comments and gold star for whoever figures it out.
Nobody's gonna guess that.
Well, what if there's a cheese snob out there who's familiar with the weird goat cheeses out there?
Nobody would have guessed cranberry cinnamon before either.
Neither would I. That's cheese.
Okay, we're gonna try it straight first.
Ooh,
Here.
I'm so excited.
This is your piece. This is my piece. Smells like Parmesan.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is an Asiago.
It's softer than Parmesan. Mild up front, then the cheese flavor really kicks in the middle, and then on the way out, there's a bit of milk, which is fitting.
Yeah, tastes like Parmesan up like first, and then there's a bit of a kick of spice, and then just builds away.
Spice isn't quite the way that I would put it. What I was originally going to say was, yeah, it's kind of woody, and then I thought, one, lol pun. Two, that makes me sound like a wine person, and I do not. I have a long diatribe about wine that if we ever review wine on the show, which is kind of unlikely, I'll get into that. Or maybe we'll have like a bonus episode of just me complaining about wine as a community. And the whole mess.
I don't know. I feel like
I'm
spice.
anti-wine. That's my.
I feel like spice is apt for sense I got, but
Okay, now the next thing that we've got to try, because that was just a slice. The thing we have to try is breaking it.
Like taking like little bricks and eating them.
Watch. All right.
You're killing it. See, cheese snob, because I wouldn't have thought to do this.
I know you're supposed to do it with Parmesan, and the fact that it's somewhat like Parmesan makes me think that we ought to do this. See, what it does is it's got way more surface area now. So there's more of the cheesiness.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't really have a sense of Parmesan anymore when I smell it.
That is quite a difference. The middle hits a lot faster.
Yeah, a lot less Parmesan on this one.
normally I chalk stuff up like that up to mystical nonsense and snobbishness, but no, that's legit. Yeah. I have to take a side note and say, for American viewers who don't really know their... If the most exotic kind of cheese that you've ever had is, like, Swiss, then...
Which was me before I met him.
Yeah. I'm a very big cheese person. And chances are good that the kind of flavor that you think of when you think cheesiness is not what I'm describing right here. This is mellow, but bodied, and has a lot of flavor. Like, can you be mellow and intense? Because that's what this is.
Yeah, kinda. And unlike with the goat cheese, it's not... It's not soft. It's hard, and that's what makes the flavor stand out a lot more.
Alright, I'm cutting off or breaking off some thicker pieces. There we go. We're going to have this with a bit of bread. Now, I wanted crackers for this episode also, but I ate them.
We had crackers, but he ate them. All or nothing.
We should have used the same kind of bread as before, because the bread overpowers it. This was the wrong bread for this episode. It's good bread, though.
Even when you get all the bread in your mouth, all the cheese in your mouth along with the bread flavor stands out more.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a chomp, kind of like that. Well, damn it.
You failed us.
Yeah. So, pretty yeasty bread, though.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have done an episode about the bread. Consider this the episode about the bread. This particular bread that we have right here, it is specially selected French baguette for food passion. We got it from Aldi. Normally what we do is we get the made that day loaf of bread from Walmart. But Walmart for us is like further than the other side of town. It's like the other side of town, and then you go for another like 2 miles.
Yeah.
And we're already outside of town on our side by a ways. So, well, I guess we learned our lesson for the future.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat this cheese with this bread because it's more like you're eating bread with a slice of cheese or a hint of cheese. But this is a cheese that I would just eat straight. It's on its own. This
bread wants to hijack everything that you put on it, which is going to make the... do you want to get another kind of bread for our cheese episodes later? Because
no, let's give it a shot. Carpe diem, seize the day.
When we go out tomorrow, I'm picking up a Walmart bread loaf.
Whatever you say.
It's my buck. Not me volunteering to pay for it. Normally she buys the stuff for the show. Because I just eat all of this stuff anyway. But I don't buy it very often.
So, thoughts?
I'm disappointed in the bread. I'm glad that we're buying the next piece of bread to try with this cheese and hopefully cut into this episode. Do you want to do that, by the way? Tomorrow, so that there's still some of it left because I'm going to eat it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it like, come on, break some more pieces off. I'm hungry. The cheese on its own is very, very good. But, excuse me, the Parmesan. And it doesn't feel like it's just about to melt in your fingers. This bread is definitely not the best bread to choose with it. I didn't really expect much from the bread in the first place because I'm not really a bread person. It seemed thick at first, but what are you gonna do? But Asiago cheese, very, very good.
I really want to make this work, but this is such a good cheese. Ah, finally!
Mm-hmm. You found the right ratio?
Mm-hmm.
10 cheese plus a little bit of bread.
Yeah. The bread. You can get aha! I caught it. You can get specialty breads. But the bread, in this case, is really just supposed to be a vehicle for the cheese. Try this. There should be like an orchestra sting there as tension like rises, because that was difficult to do. Better?
Better. I'm getting a lot more of the cheese, but I'd rather cut the bread out and just have the cheese.
Alright. Maybe we'll try this. If you'll know because you'll look at the loading or at the progress bar and see how much room there is left, whether we had it with another loaf of bread or not. Asiago 2, the cheesening. This is an insert. Because we had to go get another loaf of bread because the last bread that we tried completely overpowered the cheese. So this is what we have now instead. This is the made earlier today $1 Walmart bread, which has never let me down so far. This is really good bread. It's light, it's fluffy, it's not overpowering of the things that I put it on. It's usually my default when I'm going to try a new cheese with bread of some kind. I'm breaking off some pieces of some Asiago. Okay. Pick our piece. That is a much better balance. Right at the front, you get more of the bread, but the middle, they kind of, like, as the bread goes down, the cheese just ramps up and up and up and up and up until it's the primary taste in your mouth. It's a much more interesting experience. This is how I eat cheeses.
Yeah, the taste of the bread is much more sedated, and it doesn't get in the way of the Asiago, so it sort of does a dance in your mouth, and it's a very graceful one. It's like a ballet in your mouth.
I go as far as to say it enhances the Asiago by giving it something to bounce off of. One thing you do sort of lose is the bit of milkiness up front.
Yeah, I think this bread is the way to go with Asiago cheese. It's not overpowering, and there's a hint of the taste of bread, but it allows the cheese to take the forefront. Because the cheese is the real star in this. You're not... You can eat bread, but if you want to eat the bread, just eat it straight.
Yeah. It maintains the flavor of the aged flavor of a cheese. If you had lots and lots of cheeses, you can tell which ones have been aged and approximately for how long. It maintains that as you're eating it. Although, having had that little nugget that was right here, I think I kind of still like it better straight.
Yeah, I'm gonna prefer it straight. Actually, no.
No, it's kind of a toss-up.
No, I think this time I prefer it with bread. Like you said, the bread enhances it, and I feel like I'm losing something having it straight now.
Interesting. Alright, that's what we wanted to finish up with. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Bang. Anyway, very yes for Asiago.
Yeah.
Try it, especially if you don't have a lot of different kinds of cheeses.
Yeah, it's a great transfer from the usual cheeses, American and cheddar. So it's a nice step to the wonderful world of cheese.
I wonder how it melts. Probably not very well, because Parmesan doesn't melt very well. Yeah. We've given you at least 3 ways to eat it now.
Alright, that's all for tonight.
Bye.
Cheers.